Welcome back, everybody. Episode 9 of the ChatterBox podcast. Another Tuesday night. It's your boys Matt and Charlie, Chuck, Chip, Charles, if you will.
It's not Chuck.
What a day, man! It's trade deadline day. We had a lot of movement in the NFL. Had a lot of kind of mediocre action this week, to be honest. In the NFL, had a couple upsets, but today is more of the story of trade deadline day and what we're looking at for the future of the rest of this year, and maybe for some teams like Charlie's team, the next couple of years are going to look like. But first, we're just going to run through our picks for the upcoming weekend. Just get those out of the way. So
first things first, I'm still winning.
All right.
I'm up by 2 still. Matt and
Total.
I were dead even. We both had 10 correct picks this week.
Did Trey send you any?
He never did.
Fucker. I hope you're listening, Trey. You fuck.
All right, so Thursday night we got Tennessee at Pittsburgh. I'm taking Pittsburgh. Oh, right. We got another international game, 9:30 a.m. Sunday. Miami at Kansas City. Oh.
Dude, I don't know, because Kansas City is gonna bounce back. Like, you know that they're not gonna come out lightly, and I think their defense is better than Miami's. But Kansas City's offense is not as good as Miami's.
I have to be honest, I don't know why, but something is just telling me to pick Kansas City.
Me too, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't lose back to back.
I have to
I'll
agree
take
with you,
Kansas City.
especially internationally. All right, 1 p.m. we got Minnesota at Atlanta. So Minnesota, for those of you that don't know, have lost Kirk Cousins for the season and have traded for the alopecia assassin Josh Dobbs.
I was so sad for Kirk, man. That really sucks. He was like their record, they're 4-4, and they were kind of fighting back, but like it just sucks, man. I hate to see guys like that get hurt.
Right, especially after his role on the quarterback TV show.
That being said, give me the assassin. Give me the Vikings.
I am picking the Vikings too. I think Joshua Dobbs is going to do great.
Now he's got people to throw to. Yeah.
Right. I mean, he's been putting together a solid season with who's his best wide receiver?
Hollywood Brown. Yeah, I mean they
Minnesota.
They beat a pretty good team earlier in the year too.
They did. Give me Minnesota, and I'm gonna have Joshua Dobbs over 300 yards passing.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, Seattle at Baltimore.
This is the game of the 1 o'clock.
Baltimore has been on a roll.
Since they've been on such a roll, give me Seattle.
You're taking Seattle. I think I gotta stick with the Ravens on that one.
Tough one.
That's going to be a good game. I mean, our first 3 games on Sunday, honestly, all 4 games so far are going to be solid games.
Yeah.
This next 2, though, no. Arizona at Cleveland. Arizona no longer has Joshua Dobbs. Cleveland, even PJ Walker is going to walk all over this team.
I see what you did there.
I actually didn't do that on purpose. That was a good one. Rams at Green Bay. The Rams are a better team. They're going to be looking for a bounce back after losing to the Cowboys.
Depends on if Stafford plays, dude. If Stafford doesn't play,
Green Bay, is he injured?
He got hurt against us.
If Stafford plays, give me LA. If he doesn't, give me Green Bay.
Yeah, same, I guess. I don't know how you want to write that down, but
LA if Matt plays. Green Bay if he doesn't. All right. Another pretty decent game. Tampa Bay at Houston.
Houston just lost to the Panthers. They're going to bounce back. Give me Houston.
I got to be honest. I think Tampa Bay is the better team. I'm picking Tampa.
Houston will bounce back.
Commanders at New England.
They're at New England.
Yeah. Somehow this is going to turn into an offensive shootout because we no longer have a defensive line.
You guys will win. Give me the Commanders.
I have us winning, but way too many points being scored.
It's going to be a shootout because New England's 2 corners are out. So,
right, and I mean,
and if you can
we'll get to this when we start talking about the Commanders game.
Yeah, if you can stop Matthew Judon, you'll win. And I don't even know if he's playing. I don't even know if he's hurt or
not. Chicago at New Orleans. Chicago's been playing horribly the past 2 weeks on defense. Give me New Orleans.
I also want to talk about how shitty these fucking primetime games are, dude.
They are. You're picking the Saints too, right? All right. Colts at Carolina. Colts.
Yeah, Colts will win. It'll be a shootout, though. Colts defense has been garbage the past.
They have been. Giants at Raiders. Ugh. Raiders.
Oh. I don't fucking know.
Ass.
If Rod Taylor can't play, I guess the Raiders.
Oh. Dallas at Philly.
It's fuck Philly week.
I agree with you. I'm taking the boys.
Me too.
The Eagles narrowly losing to the Commanders again.
You guys always play them tough, though. I told you.
I know. Usually we split.
Yeah. You should have, because in the first game you should have went for 2, but you didn't because Ron Rivera's an idiot.
Dude, yeah, we'll get into all that in a minute. Buffalo at Cincy.
Cincy.
Give me Cincy. The Bengals, I feel like they're back.
Joe Burr is back.
And then our Monday night's another shit game. Chargers at Jets.
I actually think this is going to be a better game than you think. I think it's going to be pretty good, actually, because
it's pretty good for the Jets who only just put up 13 against the Giants.
Yeah, but the Chargers' pass defense is so bad. The Chargers' defense in general is just bad. And Zach Wilson, I'm not saying he had a great game, but he made the throws he needed to make.
So, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to pick the Jets.
I'm picking the Chargers.
Why not make this a little bit fun? All right. That's our picks out of the way. Again, I'm up 74-72 on Matt, but this is one bad week for one of us from switching it up. We got a few different games we want to talk about, a few different organizations. I want to get the Commanders out of the way first.
Yeah, make it quick. Don't be having this long-winded shit that you normally have.
I know. Trade deadline.
I'm going to set my mic down. You got it.
Yeah. There were speculations, hey, one of our star DNs is going to get traded, make some room for cap space because they were both on the last year of their deals, so forth. Nobody expected to trade away both Chase Young and Montez Sweat. That being said, the Chase Young trade, not horrible. Second round pick.
You motherfuckers only did that to fuck over us in Philly. That's the only reason you traded them to the 49ers. You pieces of shit. I hate your franchise.
Well, thank God we didn't trade Chase or Montez Sweat to the 49ers. That would have been even worse. Getting a second round pick for Montez Sweat, I'm okay with that. I really wish we didn't trade him. I like Montez Sweat. He's good.
You should have re-signed him.
We should have. Trading away him and Chase Young, stupid. You should have kept at least one of them. Getting a third round pick for Chase Young, not enough.
I don't know. I mean, he's been hurt.
He has been, but he's been showing he's been coming back. He's been doing well. He should have gotten a reason.
You got to look at the market, though. And Trey and I were talking about this earlier. McCaffrey went for 2/3, I think. Like, I mean, just that's just the way the trading market is in the NFL. Like, we get
Right.
used to these big player package deals in the NBA, but that's just not how it works in the
Right.
NFL.
I mean, barring what we get for these trades, will like for these picks will determine how I really feel about it. I don't like trading away both of our star DNs at the trade deadline.
Yeah,
Our defense is already struggling, and this just shows you Josh Harris and the Commanders are in full rebuild
yeah, they're in full
at,
reset mode. I
at this
think
point.
I think out of respect, they'll let Rivera finish out the year. Um,
Really, I don't think so. I don't think Rivera or
I,
Del Rio finish out the year.
I think yeah. I mean, they might dump him. When you have you guys had your bye yet?
No,
I think they might dump him over the bye week and then let Bieniemy be your interim head coach, see what he's got.
I could see that, but trading away Montez Sweat and Chase Young told me that they're moving on from Del Rio.
Oh yeah,
Um, Ron Rivera with more bad calls on Sunday against the Eagles. They're moving on from him. I mean, to go 0 for 3 on fourth down, it's not something you need to be doing against the Eagles. Um, they did narrowly lose to the Eagles again. Sam Howell,
yes,
what a fucking game.
yes.
Almost 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. They only let him get sacked 1 time.
Which again, which against that Eagles defense makes no sense to me. Like I said, you guys
I
just play better when you play them.
I know it doesn't make any sense.
It's a division
Um,
game, so I guess that might be it. But like,
right. But that does give me some hope for this team, knowing that if you can keep Sam Howell protected, that's what he's gonna do.
yeah, I've been
Which
telling you, you guys have a QB now,
I mean,
but he's gonna get killed.
right, starting to see what he is really capable of makes me understand the state of mind our owners and coaches are in. Our team is no longer about our defense.
Yeah,
It is actually like we have a long-term solution at quarterback for the first time since we drafted RG3.
yeah,
So if they build around him, and this is so weird to try to say, our offense might actually be pretty decent. I mean, realistically, with our receiving core, our running back core, if you can build an offensive line, I think we instantly become a top 10 offense in the NFL.
just feel like you guys are always missing one phase. One phase of your team is always just not.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's about the transition from your offense to your defense because you're going to put all your capital into your offense.
Right.
And you don't have a back end. Your secondary isn't that good.
No.
As have seen, they get shredded.
Yes. AJ Brown is just fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think you guys are just full rebuild. They might get rid of Ron to see what they got in Bieniemy before they try to go outside of the facilities for a coach. But I think that's where you're at. I honestly think it was fair trade value. I know Commanders fans won't like to hear that, but
Yeah,
I really,
I would have liked to maybe see third and maybe fifth for Chase Young,
yeah,
or maybe like 2/4
like
or
a third and like a
like
third and then a third day pick. Yeah,
right, like something like that. Or I really would have loved to have seen, I don't know, a direct trade for Chase Young and one of the 49ers offensive linemen.
they wouldn't have given that up.
Right, I know because their offensive line is fucking spectacular, but like
And
I would have loved to have seen that.
they don't really need Chase Young. He's a luxury.
Right.
I guarantee you they don't re-sign him after this year.
No, he's going to be a free agent, and I think Montez Sweat's going to be too,
Yeah.
because he
But
doesn't want to play for the Bears.
speaking of the team that you guys traded Chase Young to, man, 49ers don't look as good. I mean, Brock Purdy looks pedestrian. He doesn't look like this world beater that everybody was saying after he beat
Right.
us 42.
I mean, he still put up
Deservedly so.
over. Right. I mean,
He hadn't lost until 3 weeks ago, but
right. I mean, he put up 300 yards, but he also threw 2 picks. And
it's again, That's like it's like the Tony Romo syndrome. It's like, okay, you threw 2 picks, but it's like you threw 2 picks in the fourth quarter. You can't throw you can't if you're gonna throw 2 picks, do it in the first half. It can't be
Right. I
a
mean,
when you
like
need it
the
kind of
the
thing.
f- the first two losses, people were trying to make the argument, he doesn't have Ayuk, he doesn't have McCaffrey.
He has Ayuk. And yeah.
Oh no,
I don't
Debo Samuel. Sorry.
I don't
Um,
agree with that because just because you don't have the literal Pro Bowl team, you should still be able to win
right, because
against a reeling Minnesota
you
team
still have a very very good team
and a
around him.
Cleveland team. Like
Right.
you should be able to pull that out.
Right. George Kittle finally stepped up. I mean, I don't know where the fuck he's been all season.
I saw him score 3 times against the Cowboys, so I've seen him. But yeah, I don't know. They don't look. Again, they're gonna bounce
As
back.
dominant.
They're good. They're a good team. They're gonna bounce back. I'm
Right.
not
They
saying
just
this,
don't look
but I'm
as
just
dominant.
like right now, Seattle will be the. If it ended today, Seattle will be the 2, and San Francisco will be the 6 seed against the Lions. If that were to play out, I think they beat the Lions. I think the Cowboys would beat the Falcons, and I think it would be a Seahawks, Eagles, not Seahawks, Niners, Eagles divisional round, which as a
Right.
Cowboys fan would be best case scenario. That means we only have to play one of the two and not both.
That's fair. If I were
But
you, I think I'd rather.
I'd rather play the
Uh,
Eagles.
yeah.
We know them better, and it
For
would be
some reason, the 49ers just always play so good against the Cowboys.
yeah, we always shit the bed, but whatever. I would love to get revenge, but I'm about winning before I'm about revenge. So,
That's
but
fair.
yeah, I don't know. Brock Purdy, he my dad and I talk about it a lot with Dak. Like we say it all the time. It's like he's a 4th round pick. That's what he is. And I think that's what you're seeing with Brock Purdy
Right.
is he's a 7th round pick.
I mean, I think if you take Dak Prescott and put him on the 49ers over Brock Purdy, Dak would have 500 yards and 5 touchdowns a fucking game.
Yeah, I think Dak's a better quarterback than Brock Purdy for
Right.
sure.
But you also just can't argue with the fact that he's done things right to win games.
Yeah, I mean he had them in position to win as many games as they have.
Right.
So I don't know, but
Yeah, people trying to solely blame him for these last 3 losses. I just don't think.
no, I mean it hasn't been on him. The defense, they haven't been getting pressure. I think Steve Wilkes, their defensive coordinator, has just had the luxury of just getting used to like being able to get to the quarterback with 4, and you can't always do that.
Right. Well, because I mean,
You're gonna have to blitz at some point.
right. Nick Bosa, who's their tackle? Is it Forrest or Hargrave?
They got him from Hargrave, I think. I think that's who they got from Philly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Eric Armstead.
oh yeah, and then adding Chase Young. I mean, that's
Yeah, I mean,
formidable front. Adding Chase Young too.
yeah.
They're definitely going to become a little bit more dangerous on defense. But fuck the
team-
49ers in their entirety.
Yeah, I agree.
Trent Williams
A
specifically.
team that you don't expect your quarterback to cost you the game, but it did was the Chiefs this weekend, man.
I think it's just a blip.
I think it's a flu. Patrick Mahomes had the flu. He was getting IVs in him all Saturday night and all Sunday morning. So I mean,
Yeah.
if you're out there, you're out there. No excuses. But I mean,
Right. I think that's just a blip.
it's a
They'll
blip.
come back.
I think. And before that, they beat the Broncos like 15 or 16 times in a row. Like at some point, you're gonna lose. Like you're not gonna.
No, it's just a blip. I wouldn't worry about
It's
it
a
in the
blip,
slightest.
but Patrick Mahomes has been turning the ball over a lot more this year. He does have 8 picks already.
That being said, I think that's just him trying to get used to his new core.
That being said, they're still 6-2 and number 1 seed in the AFC.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
talking about 6-2 though, your Jags. I think the Jags are those guys.
who Who could have seen this coming? I mean,
I
really,
mean,
who could
they
have seen
they
this?
lost the first two, and now they've won six straight.
Who could have seen this coming, Charlie? I mean, who
I mean,
they're going to
looking
be
at the way
13 and
they
4. I told you they are. They don't have a hard schedule.
looking at how they play games, they are not spectacular. They're not like the Dolphins.
They
They're
do what
not
they
like
need
the
to do to
Eagles.
win.
They are the best team fundamentally in the NFL.
They do what they need to do to win. Doug Peterson, he knows what he's doing, man.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. I wish the Cowboys had a coach that knew what they were doing, but we can save that until after the Jags. But
Um,
I mean, Trevor Lawrence, his stats aren't like, wow, this dude's going crazy, but he doesn't have to. He does what he has to do to win. Kind of like we were saying with Brock Purdy. Obviously, I'm taking Trevor Lawrence over Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
11 times out of 9. Sorry, that was. Anyways.
mm,
Sorry. Happy Halloween.
mm. Oh, that's right. We are recording this on Halloween.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you after we're done with the NFL. But the Jags look good. ETN is a beast, dude. Like that's the only thing Urban Meyer did right for this organization was draft Trevor Lawrence and then draft ETN in the same first round. Because remember they had that James Robinson dude, and everybody was like, "Why are you drafting ETN? Like, why?"
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to bring up.
And he's paid off because James Robinson has like been cut and on like 3 other teams. So, but teams that look good, Cowboys look good this week.
That was the best one of the season by far.
That is their best full game of football I've seen.
Yeah, you guys put it together. Dak had a great game. CD Lamb had a great game.
Dak had a pick, but it was on a deflection by the D line at the line of scrimmage. CD is finally coming alive. I think Mike McCarthy is like, oh, wait, let me actually use my weapon that I have. Brandon Cooks is getting more involved, which I like. Jake Ferguson made a hell of a one-handed snag for a touchdown.
Saw that.
Michael Gallup, he hasn't been the same since he tore his ACL, man. And I really, it sucks because I really did like him, and he has probably some of the best foot control on the sideline.
Ow!
Well, stop letting him fucking bite you, you idiot.
All right.
Defense played good. Micah, I guess, finally decided to show up the last 2 weeks. I think he took about 3 weeks off and then finally decided to come back. But good win, which means that this week I'm set up for a letdown. So I'm not really getting my hopes too high. I know I picked them, but that's because I hate Philly so much. I really want to win. But I mean, this is the Cowboys. They get your hopes high. They put together a game in which they're like, wow, how is this team not a Super Bowl favorite? And then the next week they shit the bed. So I mean, I'm prepared. It's probably going to happen. So
well,
I'm pretty much ready for that to happen.
Well, one more thing on NFL I want to talk about is poor Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned it earlier, but I just feel bad for him, man.
Yeah, like Kirk Cousins is the kind of guy that the only people that hate Kirk Cousins are Vikings fans.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I mean, it sucks he went down. Their chances of being a playoff team instantly get hurt with that happening.
Obviously.
But on the bright side, trading for Joshua Dobbs.
I mean, they got a serviceable guy.
Yeah, I mean it's still in the cards to make a playoff run.
They can definitely make the playoffs. That 7 seed for the NFC is going to be up for grabs. I think the playoff locks are obviously Eagles, Niners, Lions, Seahawks, Cowboys, and then you have an NFC South division winner. So that's 6, but that 7 seed is going to be up for grabs.
Yeah. I hate to say it, I don't think Washington's getting in there at this point.
No, you guys are done.
Right, being 3 and 5.
You showed me today as you gave up. This season's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who we did see some action from this week against the Falcons was Will Levis, and he looked damn good.
Yes,
He
he
looked
did.
damn good.
He did.
Now that might be the Falcons just doing Falcons things, but he looked good. He looked like he could sling the ball. I guess his mayonnaise diet is working for him. So
What is
nasty.
it? Mayonnaise and bananas with the peel still on them.
What do you? I mean, I guess whatever works, but like, dude, it's just so gross.
If he wins football games, you can't argue with it.
I can most certainly argue with it. That doesn't mean it doesn't work for him, but I
How
will.
ripe do your bananas have to be for you to eat them?
They gotta have a couple brown spots.
I need a little bit of brown and no green.
Yeah, no green. If it's
No
green,
green.
it's not good enough.
I see motherfuckers eating bananas and a whole bitch is green, and I'm like, do
Ugh,
you just enjoy things that don't taste good?
ugh.
Like,
That's
I bet
just
you like IPAs and Necco wafers.
dude. We had this thing at work today where people made some fucking food for like it was like a whatever potluck pumpkin spice Halloween thing, and someone brought mac and cheese because they didn't want everybody to bring like sweets. And one of my bosses was like, "I don't like mac and cheese," and I was like, "That is like the one thing that I thought everybody would like." Like,
You ever known anybody that hasn't liked mac and cheese?
it's just noodles and cheese. It's so good.
Shut up, Ruker.
Like, how do you not like it? Put a little breadcrumbs on there. Put a little bacon bits in there. Woo! Dude,
I mean, that's better than not liking
look,
mac and cheese at all.
look, Outback Steakhouse was a wild place to work, but their steakhouse mac.
Oh, dude, I hated it.
What?
I did not like it. I liked the regular like kids mac and cheese. I did not like the steakhouse mac. It was the topping because you know our guys all they
so
did was
good.
microwave it and it was just mushy. I didn't like it.
The breadcrumbs with a little bit of garlic in there, bro. It was so good.
I wasn't a fan, but I'd tell you what I used to do. I would get the mac and cheese. I would get the um kids chicken meal and make my side mac and cheese, and I'd have them cut up the chicken for me, throw it
Yeah.
in the mac and cheese, and then hit it with a little bit of that barbecue sauce.
All right, that does sound
Barbecue chicken mac and
that does
cheese,
sound
dude.
good.
It
That
was
sounds
bomb
good.
as fuck.
Dude, I would go there after school sometimes to go to work. And my after work snack, what I'd do is I'd get the honey butter and
Mhm.
ask them to throw it in the microwave for like 5 seconds just to get it soft. I'd put some like cinnamon and brown sugar in there and mix it up. Get a loaf of bread and just dude, it was banging, man. That bread at Outback is ridiculous.
Oh my god.
The
Dude,
honey
I ate
butter
there
too,
way
dude.
too
If you go to
much.
Outback Steakhouse and you don't get honey butter with your bread, don't go. Just stay home.
You know what they had that was really good?
What?
Their fucking honey mustard. And I still got that video. You drinking that shit.
I would. That shit's gas, dude.
It is so fucking
That
good.
shit is so good, man. Ah, I would put anything in that honey mustard, food wise.
Facts. Facts.
I mean, that shit's
100%.
gas. Their ranch is good too. All their sauces were banging, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Their barbecue sauce too. I love that shit.
Something underrated from there, their coconut shrimp.
Oh yeah, with that like mango salsa.
Oh,
And what used to be good, their prime rib sandwich.
yeah.
That shit used to be a bomb. Well, now it sucks.
Well, I haven't been, dude.
I
haven't
went to
been there
the.
since I worked there.
Me neither.
I haven't been
Actually,
to
scratch that. No, I went there while I worked there.
I haven't been to an Outback since I quit the one in Morgantown in May of 2021. I haven't been there since.
Really, we went to the one here in Bel Air a while back, and I got the prime rib sandwich, and it sucked. It was like half the size of what it used to be. There was like no meat on it. I was like, "The fuck is this?"
Yeah, of course.
But then the one down in Florida, they always have like fuck up our food and shit, but it's always good. Like they forget to bring something out or some shit like that.
One time, me and my dad went down there for our timeshare thing or whatever. And we went to like my dad bought the 4-pass thing but the deal expired that day, so we had to go to all four parks that day, and we only ended up getting to three because I was like 9 years old and I was tired. But we hadn't eaten all day, so we went to Outback, dude. That is still the fullest I have ever been in my life. I don't know how I moved, bro. At 9 I probably ate a fucking 20-ounce steak, mac and cheese, salad, fucking 2 loaves of bread. Like I was crushing it. It was so good though.
Dude, that Outback food be hitting like that sometimes. Like you know how
I'm gonna have to go back, dude. This make me hungry.
it is. What was our manager's name? Brandy?
Yeah, she was super dope. She was
She was.
super dope.
She was chill. You know how if we doubled, she would let us get a free meal
Yeah,
as long as it wasn't like a steak or something.
yeah.
Um, oh, I would always get my free meal, then I get another meal too, since I already got one for free. Take that shit home and eat it. Oh,
Dude,
dude, I would fuck up that food literally every night I worked.
dude, working at a restaurant, I feel like is an experience everyone needs to go through.
Facts,
Like, if your first job is a retail store, you're bitch made. You need to work in a restaurant
facts, big
at
facts.
least once in your life. You need to have the experience of having someone mad at
Uh,
you for something you have no control over.
Are you still friends with anybody on like Facebook or anything that you work with at Outback?
What was her name? Brittany. Remember her? Her sister was Melanie. Brittany Morgan, I think. She was a key in to go. She might have actually quit right before you got there.
Hold on, she's the girl that drove the Mustang.
Yes, her.
So she didn't quit, but she just hardly ever worked
Yeah,
with
yeah,
me.
yeah.
So I only ever
Yeah,
saw her a couple times.
yeah, we're still friends on Snapchat.
I'm still friends with you remember Misty, don't you?
Yeah, Misty, she was so cool, dude.
Yeah, I'm still friends with her on Facebook.
Sweet.
She's an author. Like she's gotten really into writing her
Author?
books and stuff. Yeah. I'm still friends with Jenny.
Oh yeah, she was really sweet. She was really cool.
She was so nice.
Damn,
Um,
those Outback days, man.
right. And then I'm still friends with uh Carissa and Cassidy Stanton, but we were also all friends before we
Oh
worked at
yeah,
Outback. Or not Carissa. Cassidy's actually dating like one of my far off cousins.
dude, I haven't heard their names in probably since high school.
Yeah,
To be honest.
I haven't seen any of them since we ran into them at the beer hall and or the beer garden in Leonardtown when I was with one of my cousins and my mom and we ran into them.
Yeah, dude.
I miss Outback.
Yo, for the ChatterBox audience, me and Charlie are about to see each other on Sunday. It's about to go crazy.
Oh, that's right.
About to go nuts.
Do you want to like shoot for breakfast or something?
I'm having a little bonfire thing over here, so I assume Liam and Ryan will probably stay the night. So we can do that, or we can do lunch, or
So
I don't know what your plans are.
I'm doing lunch with my grandmother, and then I assume I'm probably doing dinner with Steve Decker.
Okay, when and where do you want to do breakfast?
Y'all want to meet at Linda's in Lexington Park?
I don't know, dude. I don't feel like waiting that long for my food. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean?
Last time we went, it took forever to get our food.
When have we?
Me, you, and your mom went that one time. It
Why
was
don't
summer of 2021.
Why don't I remember this? I don't ever remember going to Linda's with you.
Because your mom was like, you have to be up earlier. You had something to do the next day. And we still ended up going to Chad's because that's what we did all summer. And then we went to breakfast at Linda's and you guys had something else to do after that.
I don't remember that at all. We'll
You
figure
were
it out.
probably,
I'll see if we're doing anything.
probably pretty hungover. So,
All right. Well, that's the end of our ramblings. We're gonna go ahead and call it now. Wait our 10 minutes and
come on
record the
back.
second half. So,
Yep.
long story short, the Commanders suck. They make me want to off myself.
Hey man,
and I'm slowly becoming a Cowboys fan.
welcome to the dark side.
A little longer of a commercial break than normal. We took a full 24 hours there, recording the second part of our video on what is now Wednesday,
Yep, Wednesday night.
and I'll let Matt take it from here.
Yeah, so we left off with NFL and picks and such, but tonight we kind of want to get into the first college football playoff ranking was given yesterday. Top five teams would be about what you'd expect. All the undefeateds. You have Georgia. Well, you have Ohio State, who they ranked one, actually. Ohio State,
So I'm
Georgia.
looking at the AP Top 25. What are you looking at?
I'm talking about the college football playoff rankings because those are the ones that they go by in the end.
Okay.
So they have Ohio State one, Georgia two, Michigan three, Florida State four, and Washington five. Which I mean, no surprises there. If you're
Yeah,
undefeated,
the
if you're
only
undefeated, you're gonna be there. So
right. Yeah, the only way that differs from the shoot, the
AP.
AP rankings is OSU is third, Georgia's first, and then Michigan and AP is second,
Yeah.
and
So
Georgia's
what I
third.
think happened was the committee looked at Ohio State's wins because they've beaten both Notre Dame and Penn State. And you put
Right,
that up against anyone Georgia or Michigan has beaten, and those are just obviously clearly better teams.
right. I mean, let's see. I just want to look at like how many ranked teams Ohio State's beat so far.
They beat Penn State and Notre Dame.
Yep, Notre Dame was 12th at this time. Let's see.
Georgia, I think at the time beat Kentucky, who was ranked 20th, but
That's
that
really
turned out
not
to be a not too great of a win.
right. I think. Oh, geez. So they have two games coming up against ranked opponents.
Georgia has a little bit of a gauntlet coming up with
Three. They have Missouri,
Missouri,
Mississippi, and Tennessee.
Ole Miss, and Tennessee. Yep, they got
But
kind of a gauntlet coming up, and they're missing Brock Powers for all three of those games, the tight end.
so
So,
I think if they win all three of those games, because obviously they're going to beat Georgia Tech, I think if they win all three of those games,
well,
they become number one
yeah,
for
and
sure.
your boys got a big one this week. They lose to LSU, they're done. They got two losses, they're done.
I mean, I still don't think that they're making the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they could beat Georgia. But hell, because Brock Powers will be back by the SEC championship game, and I don't think they can beat Georgia. I just think Georgia's a better team.
No, I'm going to agree
So,
with you. Alabama's not what it used to be.
but what I want to kind of talk about is the one-loss teams after that, because I was watching some of the coverage for it last night, and um, they basically said 1 through 12 controls their own destiny. And I agree because I was looking at everybody's schedule last night, and I agree. Anybody who's 1 through 12 with one loss wins out. They'll make the playoffs because they'll be a one loss pack, Big 12 champ, or not Big 12, Power 5 champion. Um, I mean, obviously, Washington, Michigan, Ohio State, or Florida State,
So I'm looking at Michigan's schedule.
they got it tough to up.
Michigan could very realistically fall out of the playoffs.
Oh yeah, all they have to do is lose one game. If they lose one game to Ohio State, they can't make the playoffs because they won't have won their big. They won't win the Big Ten.
Right. Yeah, they
Uh,
could very realistically fall out of the playoff race here.
the Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Oklahoma ranking I thought was interesting because Oregon obviously has the best loss, if you want to call it that, if that makes sense, to number 5 Washington by 3 points. But the Texas, Alabama, Oklahoma thing where Texas beat Alabama, but Oklahoma beat Texas. So how do you kind of rank those? To me, what it comes down to is head to head, and Texas beat Alabama in Alabama. Oklahoma beat Texas on a last second drive on a neutral field. But when you look at Texas and Oklahoma, you have to bring common opponents into the mix too, a little bit. And Oklahoma just lost to Kansas, who Texas beat by 30. So, I mean, I agree with how they have it, to be honest.
No, I think it's solid rankings, but I want to talk more about like going forward. Um, I got to be honest, I want to know how Washington is ranked fifth behind FSU.
Well, FSU has beaten LSU, and they've also beaten Duke, who are both ranked.
I mean, yeah,
And I agree.
FSU
Washington,
also beat
Washington probably has the
Oregon,
second. Yeah, I was gonna say Washington probably has the second best win when it comes to.
right? And I mean, they've got a game this upcoming Saturday against 24 USC,
Oh yeah,
then
Washington.
18 Utah, and then 16 Oregon State. If FSU wins out and then Washington wins out, Washington 100% needs to be above them, without a doubt.
I think if they both win out, they'll both make it because they'll be undefeated conference champions at that point. See, here's the thing. At that
So who do
point,
you see falling out though, Michigan or OSU?
I can't lie, dude. Michigan. It looks like Michigan is practicing out there. It looks like. I mean, they are just beating people senseless. And sure, you can you could say the sign stealing thing, but I mean, I don't know. That's such a
Let's
tough
look at
game.
it.
I mean, I want to see. I want to see how Michigan does against Penn State because Ohio State kind of struggled. There was a nip and tuck ball game till about the fourth quarter when they
Right.
pulled away. If Michigan goes out there and just stomps Penn State, Michigan they won't lose.
You think Michigan will take it and OSU will fall out?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna give what I think is gonna be my rankings here.
Oh boy.
I'm obviously just gonna put Georgia because they're honestly just more than likely a lock at first. Um, let's see. I think Washington wins out. I'm taking Washington at 2. Then give me Michigan because I just don't see OSU winning the rest of their games. I realistically think that Michigan is just a better team, and that will just put it out of reach for them, obviously, winning the Big Ten. And then FSU's schedule isn't really that hard for the rest of the season, is it?
No, FSU will probably win out. I don't think they have. I mean, they have two rivalry games. They play Miami and Florida, so you never know. But I think FSU will win out.
Yeah, and they just sneak in at 4 by default. I mean, I say sneak in, but if they win out, they win out. They just, I personally, they did beat LSU, but other than that, I don't really feel like they've
They,
had many hard opponents this season.
I know Duke isn't a common football program, but they are good, and they did beat them when they had their starting quarterback. So,
Well, I will give it to them. They have pretty much shellacked everybody except Boston College, Clemson, and Duke.
I mean, they
The
handled
the Boston College and the Clemson one scares me a little bit.
yeah, but I mean, you have to Boston College definitely, but you have to respect the Clemson program. I mean, Clemson is a good football program. They're having a down year, but
That's
they're a
fair.
good program.
Yeah, but like
Boston
I mean,
College is definitely weird,
yeah,
but I
that
mean,
was a
it's
weird
college
one.
football. You're gonna have off days.
Right. I
You
mean, the week
have
before
to.
they put up 66 points against Southern Miss.
Yeah, and again, like that's what's so impressive to me about. So hard to talk about Michigan because you don't know about the sign stealing and all that. But taking that out, if you're just looking at the games, I mean, Michigan's beating people by minimum 30. Like
Uh,
their closest game has been 31-7. And yeah,
Jesus.
they haven't played anybody, but
I mean, you got to give them props. I mean,
they take care of business. They
let's
end
see.
games in the first half.
Let's see. A 27-point margin against ECU, a
28,
28-point against UNLV.
25,
Yep, 25, 24.
38, 42, 45, 49.
Yeah, that has to be the biggest point margin in college football.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, they got Penn State and Ohio State coming up, so we'll really see. But
Right.
I don't think either of them can beat them.
No, not when their offense is putting up that kind of points. And obviously, because I mean, obviously these teams aren't ranked, but a lot of these teams are not teams to take lightly. I mean,
They're
they're not ranked, but
they're Power Five
right.
schools.
Rutgers, Nebraska,
Okay,
Minne-
Rutgers, you can
yeah,
Nebraska,
Nebraska,
put
Michigan
them down.
State.
Michigan State, though, I mean, yeah, like
Still, like Michigan State is, and Michigan
that's
is usually a good game.
that's at least a rivalry game.
Right. That's a four. I mean, they shut them out 49-0. Yeah. So, you know what? That
This is
I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna take Michigan at 2, Washington at 3.
so. This is what I think it's going to come down to, because I honestly don't think Washington will go undefeated because they've looked kind of bad the past 2 weeks against Arizona State and Stanford, two teams that aren't very good.
You don't see them winning out.
I think it's going to come down to the one-loss Pac-12 champion, either Washington or Oregon, against the one-loss Big 12 champion, either Oklahoma or Texas. And from the committee's early signs, if it's Oregon, if they're the one-loss champ and Texas is the one-loss champ, they've already shown they're taking Oregon because they ranked Oregon ahead of Texas already.
I don't. I still
There's
think
still a long. I mean, there's still 5 weeks to go. But
right. I mean, I realistically I don't see Washington losing any of these games. I mean, next up they got USC. We don't even know if Caleb Williams is gonna play.
I don't think. I don't think he's going to listen to Emmanuel Acho and his dumbass. I think he's going to. Excuse me. I don't want to offend anybody. If you like Emmanuel Acho, good for you. But I don't think he's going to sit. I think he's going to play because honestly, I think everyone thinks he's going to be the number one pick, but I mean, he hasn't played as good as he was last year. I mean, he has not been as dominant as he was last year. And I mean, last year he had a hell of a season and won the Heisman. But
I mean, let's go through.
I
I
think
mean,
Washington is going to lose one of these games. I, I don't see them going undefeated.
that's fair. I mean, oh, a lot of teams in the top 10 are going to need a quarterback for the NFL draft order.
Yeah, but Washington will have one. Not Washington. I'm trying to get through the quarterbacks. Caleb Williams, Shadur Sanders might come out. Bo Nix from Oregon might come out. I mean, this is a good quarterback class.
I have to agree with you. I mean, let's see. I mean, in all honesty, I could see pretty much any of the first 10 picks. I could pretty much see any of them except maybe the Colts or the Packers.
I could see the Packers taking quarterback. Jordan Love has not looked as good as I thought he would.
Yeah, the only one I don't think would actually take a quarterback is the Colts.
Yeah,
But I mean, if like, let's say, I mean, if the Packers, the Raiders, Denver, or Rams pick him up, he's gonna be sitting behind a vet. ish. Kind of not with
I
the
don't think so.
Packers.
I don't. I think if the Raiders,
You think if anybody picks him up, he's insta starter?
yes, Caleb Williams, yeah, he has to be your day one starter.
Right.
Shadur, I could see him sitting for a year. Like if for some reason the Broncos, who need a quarterback, pick up a top 5 pick and they get Shadur, I could see them suffering through rust for another year just to get Shadur acclimated to the NFL and then putting him in. That's
We'll
if
see.
Shadur even comes out. I mean, he might not even come out.
Right. I don't know. I kind of feel like he won't.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think he will.
Because I
I
think
think.
if he does, I don't think he's going to get drafted day one.
I think he'd be a first round pick.
You
Easy.
think so?
Oh yeah. I mean, the kid. He's like a Sam Howell, dude. He gets sacked so many times a game.
You just had to throw that in there, didn't you?
Dude, I mean, I'm not trying to be an ass, but it's just a fair
Hey, he did only get sacked once against the Eagles.
Yeah, and I really hope that continues for you guys.
Me too. I really do.
It's not
I
going
mean,
to.
hey, we have the number 11 pick right now, so
No, we have probably a 20 or 22nd pick.
let's
Well, I
see.
mean, right now because we're in the playoffs right now.
Your what was your guess again?
20 or 22nd.
You're 26th.
Yeah, so like we will always pick between 18 and 26 because we'll never be bad enough to have a top 10 pick unless our quarterback gets hurt like a couple years ago. And even then, we had the 10th pick and we traded back and got Micah freaking Parsons. So
Holy shit. So we have one first round, two second round, third round, and a third round compository pick, and then fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh.
yeah, you guys got some picks next year.
We do.
At least 3 of them need to be on your offensive line.
Yeah. So I'm on a site that has it's called Tankathon,
Yeah.
and it's just all about draft picks, and they have a little mock draft for us. They have us taking a tackle, a linebacker, an
Where
edge, a
where's
linebacker,
where's the
and
tackle from? Do they have like the player or just
yeah, J.C. Latham from Alabama, who I would not be upset with at all. But
normally Alabama has pretty good alignment?
right,
So
I think I would prefer a guard or a center.
your guards are good, dude. Pro
Now,
Football
our
Focus has your guards ranked pretty high. Your tackles are the problem. I
oh,
think
that's right, because Shadik Charles
tackles.
isn't playing. No, I think it's the other way around.
I'm telling you, dude, your tackles are awful. Also, I've had a night to think about it, and I've had a night of sports media to take in. We're gonna beat the Eagles, dude.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we both said that. Yeah.
But like I said it because I was like, yeah, yeah.
Oh, so you want to hear uh some shit that I did on my DraftKings app?
Yeah.
So I bet $1 and I went through every NFL game for this week and picked who I thought was going to win. And if it hits, it will pay out $17,000.
Yo, let me get like 1 thou of that, bro.
If I win, I will give you a thou of it.
Let's go.
So I want to check this now because I want to fact check
Dude,
this.
$1. You should have put 5 on it. You know how much
Oh no,
money that
I
was
did
on?
I did a $5 no sweat bet. So if I lose, I get the money back.
I'm
So
just saying you should have just done regular 5 on that. You know how much money you would probably get back from that?
so they moved Andrew Wiley to tackle.
I don't know.
That's what they
I
have
don't
him
watch
listed
trash ass.
on our roster.
Maybe, but
Because
I
I
know
know they
that
were making some moves.
I know that Leno guy is ass, dude.
Yeah, he's not great. Well, now I want to check this because this is going to bother me. So I know Tyler Larson. I'm just going to check all of them because this is really going to bother me now. Tyler Larson, our center. We also have Nick Gates going in at center.
Also, while Charlie's doing his Commanders research, I'm gonna rant about a sport he doesn't care about. Uh, NASCAR Cup Series championship race is this Sunday. My boy Ryan Blaney pulled through and won at Martinsville last week, so he's in the championship 4. It's him, Kyle Larson, William Byron, and Christopher Bell. I think my boy Blaney's the underdog, but I think he's kind of been overlooked all year. It's kind of the year of the underdog when it comes to Matt's sports teams because everyone overlooked the Nuggets and
I'm gonna look this up because this is
I saw that ended.
gonna.
Phoenix Blaney was good there last year. He was the only one that could keep up with Logano in the final race. When Logano won the championship last year. It'll come down to a last probably pit stop with 50 to go. Who's going to have the fastest pit stop will probably be who wins the championship. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Sad to see NASCAR go, but it's been a good year, and hopefully Blaney can pull it out and have a good race. Kevin Harvick, he's retiring after this, so thanks for all the memories at Stewart Haas, Kevin. You'll be missed. If Blaney can't win it, I'll be rooting for Harvick to win it. But that's Matt's NASCAR take for the week. Are you done yet with your speech about your bum ass fucking offensive
Shut
line?
up. Shut up. Calm down.
Really
yes, I know we're bum
at
as
this
shit
point because you guys
they're still trash. It doesn't matter what combination they use. So for one thing, they have moved away from one of our centers. What was his name? Nick Gates. He is out of our starting lineup. They now have Tyler Larson in. He's a 55. They put Chris Paul at guard. At left guard. He is a 42. He is a 42.
CP3? Like
Sam Cosme, right guard. He's actually a 71. He's actually rated as our best lineman, which is kind of shocking.
71 is your best lineman.
It is 71.5. So they moved Andrew Riley to right tackle, and he's actually rated at a 67.9, which is the best, pretty sure the best rating he's had all season. And then they have Charles Leno Jr. at left tackle, and he's 70.4. So really? Overall, our
70.4?
Yeah.
God.
So in all honesty, overall, our interior line is where we are fucking hurting. But if this is the combination, so this might make me a bad fan. I did not have a chance to watch the Eagles game on Sunday.
Yeah, you're a bad fan.
Because, babe, what were we doing on Sunday?
So you don't even know. Just
last Sunday. Big fan. We did something big, didn't we?
Sam's wedding.
Oh, that's right. Kath and I went to a wedding on Sunday, so I couldn't watch the game.
You could have watched it on his phone.
We did something big, didn't we?
So I didn't get to watch the combination of O-line they looked at. I will go back and watch the clip, but
whatever it is, they should probably keep it.
I was about to say they only let off one sack against the Eagles, so
I forgot too for a second though. I was like, what?
Yeah, you were like, what did we do?
Something big, but
yeah.
So we'll see what they continue to do with the O-line if they can keep it together like that. But our defense is just gonna struggle so much now that
Rangers just scored 1-0. Rangers.
Dude, they're gonna win tonight, and that's gonna be the end of it. Holy shit. They're making a lot of changes.
I would. I mean, damn. Well, the thing is that they know they have to play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. So they're like, if we keep doing what we're doing, Sam Howell's going to die on Thanksgiving on national television.
Dude, they're changing the way we run defense.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving, by the
way? We were supposed to drive down to see my mom, but I don't think we can afford it.
Because I think for Thanksgiving, we might go to MJ's farm.
Where's MJ's farm again?
I think it's somewhere Montrose or Warsaw. It's like an hour from here. Probably be it'd be like a couple-hour drive for you.
Ruger, bro.
I also don't want to invite you without knowing.
Right.
I think you
But-
would care.
Yeah, they're completely changing our defense. I don't know if they ran. I'm guessing they didn't run this against the Eagles because we still had Montez Sweat and Chase Young, but they're switching to. I don't even know what the fuck you would call this. It's not a 5-3, but 5 down linemen with. It's 3 down linemen with 2 outside linebackers and 2 inside linebackers.
3-4.
That's what you would call it.
Probably, yeah. 3-4. I mean, 3 linemen, 4 linebackers, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's a 3-4.
That is so weird.
I
Holy
mean,
shit. Kendall Fuller is ranked PFF second in the league right now.
yeah.
I knew he was doing good, but I didn't think he was doing that good.
Wouldn't be able to fucking tell.
All right, well, I mean, let's see what
Can we
Benjamin
talk
St. Juice.
about
Fucking 68 points. That's bullshit.
Deron Bland real quick? The guy that's stepped up.
Yeah,
in
he's
Trayvon Diggs'
Fucking
absence?
lighting it up, isn't he?
Dude, he had 5 picks last year, and he's already got 3 pick sixes this year alone.
Yeah, doesn't he have more
Many
touchdowns
like
than?
Tyler Lockett, like I think Devontae Smith, maybe. Like he's got. Like,
Yeah, I
the
saw
same
that
number.
little stat. Dude, is he a rookie or has he been on?
He was a 5th round pick last year. He's a rookie last year.
Damn. Yeah, he had that one really good fucking play where he just like absolutely stole a pass, didn't he?
I think so, maybe.
And just like toted that thing into the end zone at light speed.
Yeah, he's good. Dark horse defensive player of the year. It's like I'm kidding. It's gonna be Myles Garrett or TJ Watt probably.
Dude, you know, PFF might not always be the best thing to go off of.
No shit.
Now that I like actually look at it, like they have Deron Payne at a 65 and Jonathan Allen at a 67. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do they have? They got Sam Howell at a 60. Who is?
What do I really tell you? Go look at Michael Parsons or TJ Watt or someone you know should be like a 95 or something.
Let's see. He's a 90, 90.8.
Like Tyreek Hill or somebody like that you know should be like pretty close to 100.
Tyreek Hill's a 94.
So like, I mean, it's not the Bible of football, but dude,
It seems like it's kind of hit or miss.
I've been drawing up some plays, man. I gotta get into coaching, dude. I've been drawing up some plays that I know would work. Gotta get into coaching, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next fall. I'm gonna coach.
I want to get into coaching too, but I don't know if I'll ever have the fucking time for it.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
So I know he kind of had like an above average game, and this is just the Commanders fan in me talking. But can we just have a little bit of
no
a
other hat you wear besides a Commanders fan?
No, I dick ride the Falcons sometimes.
Why? I have no idea.
Well, I'm from Georgia and I like Taylor Heineke.
I lived there for 6 months.
Kiss my ass. I'm from Georgia. Kiss my ass, you white bitch.
You're not from Georgia. You're also white.
It's fair. But can we just talk about Sam Howell now breaking almost top 5 in passing yards?
Dude, it's got me excited for what Dak and the Cowboys are going to do against the Eagles secondary if they can hold up front.
I was about to say, if Sam Howell can put up 400 yards against y'all should be able to put up 500 or 600.
That's so lofty.
I mean, like total yards.
I was gonna say,
Not passing yards.
I'd take a 300-yard gain from Dak. for sure. Yeah, man.
Let's see.
My name, they wear my throne. Let me get my name, let me know.
Jesus. So Sam Howell has more passing yards than Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford. He has more passing yards than a lot of people. What the fuck? Dude, if they can keep him protected, I gotta go back and watch the replay of the Eagles game. Just so I could see what they were running.
You do that.
I don't even know why, but I'm offended.
We do that. Why would you want to watch a game that your team lost by 2 scores?
It was 1 score, first of all.
38. Oh yeah, I forgot. I
Yeah.
turned it off when it was 38-24.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because there's something constructive to find everywhere, and I also just want to see what they're doing with the O line. Because
I'm gonna blow it up, dude. Give up. This year's over.
I mean, no, I know, but I mean, at this point, we might as well just tank.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe see if we can. Like, I know the trade deadline's over, but might as well trade Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen too.
You already paid them. You don't need to trade them.
That's fair. I don't know.
Yeah. I think Texas is gonna wrap this up tonight against Texas in 5. I was wrong. I said Texas in 6, but
Yeah, boring ass World Series.
it's okay.
I'm just ready for next year.
Sometimes you just have a team.
Go O's.
Don't be salty, okay? Don't be salty.
I just don't care enough about baseball that unless it's a team that I like, or it's actually
Yeah.
entertaining, I have no reason to watch it.
I can be 100% honest and say I don't watch baseball till the playoffs.
I mean,
I'll keep up with the Yankees. I'll check and see where they're doing, how they're doing, but I don't watch.
Baseball games are boring. It's so hard to watch.
I'm not an avid fan like I am with the Cowboys or Nuggets. I just kind of watch, and then like in July when there's nothing else on, I'll watch a baseball game. Like the Yankees and Orioles, I'll put it on because it's on TV and there's nothing else to watch on a July.
It's a lot more fun to go to the games, like when we used to go to like Reds Nationals games or.
Dude, baseball games are my out of professional sports. Baseball games are the most fun to get to. Football games suck. You just have a bunch of drunk, mean people.
Right, baseball games are always just so much less crowded.
Basketball games are nice too. I like basketball games.
I've only ever been to a college
don't
basketball
like going to football games in person. Like I think that's the only sport I'm like I don't want to do that.
Well, I like going to football games unless it gets cold outside.
Yeah, I just had like 2 weeks ago. I just had the memory of when me, Poppy, your dad, and Marley went to that Cowboys Redskins game my senior year.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember the pictures from that.
Dude,
I still have my dad's jersey that he wore to that game, like Kerrigan jersey.
Dude, your dad was hilarious, bro.
Why was he drunk?
Obviously, he was drunk.
Him and Poppy were both drunk, weren't they?
Yeah, I had to drive home. I had to drive the first half home because Poppy needed some time to sober up. And he's giving me directions and shit, but he makes us take the back way because he's like, it'll be faster. And your dad is like in the back seat, like screaming. He's like, we need to take Route 4. We need to take Route 4. We need to take Route 4. Somehow we end up at this KFC.
Jesus.
I don't even know where we're at. And we end up at a KFC, and your dad is like, hold on, I need to get some chicken. And he walks in, and he gets the fucking spicy chicken. It doesn't get anything to drink. So he's in the front seat eating this chicken. And he's dying. Like he can't. Like he's like, it's so hot. It's so hot. I can't stop eating it. I wish I had some fucking milk. And I'm like, why didn't you get something to drink? And he was like, I just wanted the chicken. And then Poppy,
Uh.
he's driving. He's like, I've been alive 65 years and I never hit a deer. And I'm in the back seat and I'm like, well, look out for that one. And he's like, what deer? And he's like, oh shit. And he has to like slam on the brakes. So I was hit a fucking deer in a neighborhood. So God knows where. I don't even remember how. I don't know what roads we took. We were not on a main road the whole way home. I don't know how it worked.
Oh shit.
It was a fun time.
That sounds like fun. All right. Well, at this point, we just sound like we're drunken rambling. So, Texans are gonna win the World Series. The Commanders still suck.
Not the Texans.
Huh?
Nothing.
No, Texas Rangers. Sorry,
Yeah.
the Texas Rangers are going to win the World Series.
I don't
The
know.
Commanders still suck.
Chapman in and that dude.
Yeah, the Commanders still suck. Fuck Philly.
Amen. For life.
And have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.